Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, Christian nationalism's been in the news a lot the last few months, but this isn't a new concept, especially not in the United States, but not in the world at large. And if you don't know what it means and you Google it, Google's going to tell you it's something like, a Christian affiliated form of nationalism, where people are trying to pass laws that they think affirm their Christian belief system. They want to blend American civics with Christian ethics. And some of you who are watching or listening to this probably are thinking, that sounds good. You want that because you want the government to affirm what you believe. And I get where you're coming from, but you also need to realize, like, how many different schisms of Christianity are there, and do you really think yours is going to be on top? Are you ready for the extreme sides of Christian rule? Like, are you ready for being told you can't work on the Sabbath? And when I say you can't work, I mean like no light switches. You can't flip anything. That's labor. Are you ready to be told what you can and can't wear? Blending of fabrics and all that. What about being told what you can and can't eat? These were all things that could come under Christian rule. I mean, I cut my hair this morning. I can't do that anymore. Well, potentially can't. That's the big issue. How far are they going to go? Probably more than you want them to. As an American, I don't like the government telling me what I can and can't do. I feel like most of y'all are the same way. So why would you want a religious person to tell you instead? The whole reason I bring this up is because your more virulent Christian nationalists get thrust to the forefront anytime the GOP has a speaking event. Jack Posobiec was just at Turning Point, giving his little speech. He comes out, says Merry Christmas a dozen times, and make sure he stresses you got to say Merry Christmas to people. The war on Christmas and all that. Um, Says that he's a Christian, but he's done turning the other cheek, which I always find really funny when I hear Christian people talking about destroying evil as like viciously going after people, exiling them and shunning them and forcing them out of society, when destroying evil in a Christian sense is about forgiveness. It is about welcoming people and showing them a better way rather than brutally sending them out of your society. That's why I don't like calling them Christian nationalists, because they don't put Christianity first. They want nationalism first. They're nationalized Christians. If you want to shorten it, call them Nazis. But, people like Jack, he at this event he goes on to say it's time to take back the country, but is he talking about Republicans or is he talking about Christians? Because if he's talking about Christians, again, hilarious for someone like Jack to say that. Says the GOP isn't going far enough as far as their exclusion of people. He doesn't like them catering to any kind of gay folks. He doesn't like them catering to immigrants, but the people who are trying to immigrate from the South are entirely more Christian per capita than the United States is. Why do you want them out? It's because they don't look like your idealized Christian nation, do they? But those are your people, you know? They are incredibly Christian people. But of course there's the problem that they don't look like you. So what do I think the end solution to all of this should be? I think we should give them a state, you know? Give them like Wyoming or one of the Dakotas or something like that. And just let them have it, let them make their whole rule of law country under Christian rule. The only thing I want is I want CCTV everywhere. I want to see every moment of how that plays out because it's going to be hilarious. It'll be the funniest infighting you've seen your entire life. If somebody pay-per-views it, they're going to walk away from this a billionaire. And I mean, is there anything more conservative than using the suffering of your fellow countrymen for profit? So, like, let's get on with this. Everybody's going to enjoy it. And the United States is going to be better without so many religious extremists trying to tell other people how to live their life. But I guess until the next time someone tries to use a dead Palestinian to try and change your moral ethics, y'all try to have a good day.